John Cena said himself he's a wannabe,
I mean,
but his accolades don't even compare to Cena.
they're trying to
Like
make it. They're trying to make him that. They're pushing that.
that's the
They're
thing.
pushing him in that direction.
That's what they and I get that they're trying to, but he ain't that. He ain't that. Like
Cody being the new John Cena, that's literally where they're pushing him. And honestly, it's not
he can't
working
be the
for
new.
us because one, it's not working for you specifically because you are in love with John Cena and you've watched his entire career. Cody, for the most part, is just now restarting his career, even though he already had one prior to him coming back. He's basically just starting in that role. So we got to see where it goes. But it's also the fact that Cody probably ain't finna be a face that much longer.
But that's the thing. This is why I say he can't be the new John Cena because first of all, if I was a dude, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't want to be John Cena. That's too much pressure. And at the same time, John was a face for like 20 years. He spent what, a year when he was Dr. Thugonomics being a heel, and then he became likable. So for 20, 21 years of his career, he has been a face. And it's like you gotta, do Cody got too many sneaky tendencies. That I know that is you. That is like, nah, I don't trust him, man. It's like he trying to find gimmicks that fit his style. And I talked to myself in the mirror yesterday, and I was like, yeah, you right, because first you was just regular Cody when Dusty Rhodes brought you in. Then you end up with Legacy. Then you go to be dashing Cody Rhodes. Then you felt ugly because you broke your nose and you weren't dashing anymore. Then you became Stardust. Then you left the company and tried to be Cody Rhodes somewhere else. Like it was just too much. It's just too much. And this is why John Cena said, we get this generic version of every superhero and every wrestler Cody's ever loved put into one. We don't even know who you are because you don't even know who you are. It's like you're trying to figure it out. John Cena has just been John Cena. His only other, like, I don't, yeah, no. And I fucked with Cody when he first came. I really did. I'm never going to take away what he's brought to the company. Never going to take away anything he's accomplished. I was definitely riding with Cody when he was going to finish his story. Everything. I wanted him to win. Like, but a part of me felt like the reason I wanted him to win is because I'm a Dusty Rhodes fan, and it was
That's all the reason why we wanted him to finish it. All of us wanted him.
that's
That's
it.
it.
It was
That's
more
all.
of a damn man because when I tell you, I'm not gonna lie, the documentary they put together for Cody on Peacock, top tier, amazing. I cried, but I cried because it was like the Dusty part, and I felt so bad for him that man, you're reaching these milestones, your dad's not there, all of that, like. It was a lot. So it was like, yeah, he gotta finish it, man. He gotta do this for his dad. His dad never won it. He has to finish it. When he won, I was happy. I cried when he won because what I kept saying, he finally did it. His dad is looking down on him. He did what his dad could never do. Congratulations to Cody. When I tell you, Oz, the next night on Raw, dude, it went down. I was waiting for Roman, but Roman never came. And I waited for Roman on SmackDown. And then that's when the solo takeover started. And it's like, where the fuck is Roman? Because we need somebody. And then I said, okay, let's see how the Cody thing go. He wasn't fighting for anything anymore. So it was like it wasn't that interesting. And then he had the feud with AJ Styles, which I wasn't an AJ Styles fan like that, but I was more interested in him than Cody during that time. It was like I was interested in Cody's opponents, not Cody. So when Roman came back, it was like, oh God, thank you. Finally. But Cody's run is boring. It's like what the hell is this? Like I don't know. They need to bring something different. And if they keep it as he's the one that attacked Jacob and screwing Drew and all of that, I could probably fuck with that Cody. But this version, absolutely not. I can't rock with it. I'm a whoa every time his music hit, but I ain't rocking with Cody, man. I just can't. My spirit won't let me. He's not real.
So I pressed record already. So we're already into it. So we might as well talk about. So we might as well
Hello,
talk about
everybody.
Saturday Night Main Event. Hey y'all, this is LCW Lights Camera Wrestling. I am Oz the Alchemist.
And it's your girl Lola Love with John Cena. Hi, John.
And y'all got a little bit taste of basically how she feels about Cody Rhodes, which she ain't not been vocal about since the beginning of this whole thing. So
Yeah.
you shouldn't be surprised.
Really
Now,
should.
with what happened at Saturday Night Main Event with Cody, it's clear the heel turn's coming. We've been waiting on it. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully we get to see what Cody Rhodes is actually made of, because he was better as a heel on the Indies instead of him trying to be a babyface in AEW, which the fans wasn't having. We wasn't
Yeah.
having it, and that's why
And
he
I'm not gonna lie.
that's allegedly why he left.
I've even tuned in. I'm just now, I was just getting me into the indie scene now. But I've even watched 2 of Cody's indie scene matches. And I saw when he was that persona of being a heel. I rock with it, especially when it could be authentic and it's a little easier for you. Cody being a face is too pushed down our throats. It's too forced. And I don't like that. It's kind of like they're trying to make him, oh, he's not his dad. First of all, let's get
He
that. He's
can't
not his
be.
father. He never will be.
He has
And
no
that's
swag
okay.
whatsoever for that.
That's okay. Randy Orton is not Cowboy Bob Orton,
Yeah, we
and I
don't
don't
want him
want
to
him
be.
to be. Like, he's the American Nightmare. Cool. The
And that's
name
not
is
even.
right. Nightmare. It's like that the heel is in the name. It's
And
like you
then
can't look at that and say face.
you had. That's the problem. He has no swag. If he had swag, any amount of swag, even as a babyface, if he had LA Knight levels of swag as a
Mm-hmm.
babyface, I think he would get better. He would be better with both of us right now. I think that would be solid. But he has none. And then him
None.
being a heel, you still ain't gonna have no swag, but you're going to be an insufferable little bastard. So that'll get you over, because
Mm-hmm.
that seems like his whole persona. Like even when you watch like his supplemental material, like when we watched stuff with him and Brandy, or
Mm-hmm.
little cutscenes with him and the Elite.
Mm-hmm.
He's a joking, impish little bastard. That's what he is. That's who he
Yes,
is.
I just watched 2 segments when Brandy used to have her YouTube channel, her show, and stuff that she would do,
Yeah,
and she'd be cooking or whatever on
yeah.
there. And somebody posted and they said 19 minutes of Cody being a nuisance. So I watched it this morning and I'm like, every time she's doing something, he just butt in, he's cutting her off, he's doing all of that. And I'm like, you know what? I found that Cody more interesting. I liked dashing Cody Rhodes. He had personality and it was different. It was kind of like I always thought, for one, that Cody looks good. He's a handsome man, and that they took that as a persona, like, okay, we finna milk and sit. I'm real conceited. I know I look good. I'm this. They should have kept that. I like that persona. I like the whole he broke his nose, so now he's not dashing. He thinks he's ugly. I loved that, but he was a heel. Cody works well as a heel. This whole, I get that you guys need somebody that is going to appear to the kids and to the audience, and
That's
that,
why you get Jay.
can go on. Yeah, but it's kind of like, wait, that's why we got what?
Jay.
I was just, thank you. Thank you. He's perfect. Jay could be good as a heel as well, because we've seen it during the Bloodline main event, Jey Uso era, but Jay will be perfect as a face. I'm cool if they would have put the strap on Jay and just had him be that, because look at these kids, how he is with them in the crowds. He's showing that every day. And Cody shows when he goes out there, he's great with the kids, but it's like, I'm trying to be nice, but I'm going to be honest. Fuck them kids. Fuck them. This is not about the children. Okay, this is a grown man's game. And this is about the grown fans that clearly can see through the BS that you guys are trying to shove down our throats involving Cody Rhodes. Like, just stop. Like, stop. Right now, we have a face champion, CM Punk, because he's not a heel. If Cody does the switch, cool. If not, then y'all definitely should have put the strap on Drew. Like, Drew and CM Punk, the faces of the company right now, and because of their history, do you know how well that would just go over? That would be equivalent to me as when Roman and Seth were champions. So if one come to the show, they got a show like, you want my show, this is my time. But because they already have that history and beef with each other, it would have been perfect. Especially when we come up to big shows where both brands are involved, like the Royal Rumble, like WrestleMania, all of that. And to see them play off each other like it used to be. Back when Triple H was the heavyweight champion and JBL was the WWE champion, And they were real big on this is our show. Like, nah, we ride for Raw, we ride for SmackDown. So when it was pay-per-views that involved both brands, and you would see Triple H and JBL interact, it definitely was an arrogance of we got the best show. Like, you ain't stepping to me. You ain't. It was that. So I would have rather seen Drew and CM Punk right now be that, take jabs at each other on the microphone. Next pay-per-view come up, they see each other. They that. But this whole, yeah, I'm just so over the whole Cody thing. I'm tired of him popping up on shows that's not his show. Why are you on Raw? Get off. I'm tired of the whole thing. He needs a vacation. He needs a vacation. He do. To regroup, to figure it out. I'm cool if y'all keep him in the suits, but turn that man heel. Turn him into a heel. But again, I know we're not going to get it. We're not going to get it until Jacob returns, and he's the one that says, hey, he actually attacked me. It was not Drew McIntyre, because everybody want to give Drew flack. And I'm with Drew with this. I'm with Drew with this.
Let's
the general managers are out to get him. Nick, all this. What is this? Suspended?
Because you suspended him after Cody did what he did. It's not like y'all didn't both see what happened in the match.
Thank you.
Yes, Drew brought the belt into the ring. That's true. Was he gonna use it? Probably. But did Cody use it? Cody used it.
Because Drew didn't use it.
So
Drew didn't use it.
It feels like that's an automatic, that should be an automatic, disqualification. But the ref didn't see it. It is what it is. So,
and it's always the same ref. Why is it this referee that keeps screwing him? And that's why Drew came after and attacked the ref. I ain't mad at Drew.
He should have.
I'm not mad at him.
And
it's politics.
And low key, I'm waiting for somebody to drop all this. I know Randy did it, but I'm waiting for Drew to do it to him. I
guarantee next week all is getting a Claymore, and I can't wait to see
it. If it wasn't a Claymore, I was waiting for the Future Shock on the stage. I was waiting for DDT him, something.
Please,
what you mean suspension? No, you're not going to suspend me, especially when you said that you tried to put it on me that I did what happened to Jacob. Then you gonna be on Cody. Let me find out Cody done paid this man off.
I don't put it past him.
Let me find out Cody paid this man off.
I do not put it past him.
No way that you consistently keep screwing Drew over and you keep being okay with it. And then when Drew lashes out, he's wrong.
I don't get that. He's acting human. Drew's not attacking anybody else. He's attacking the people that are attacking him. And you know, and I respect Drew for it. I say the same thing that was happening when he was into it with CM Punk. Well, Drew was just coming to get lists back. I mean, Drew did say he prayed for CM Punk to get injured, but Drew was like, if you attack me physically, I'm going to get my lick back. So it's like, Cody, you attack me physically. This is the second time this referee, this incompetent referee, screwed me over again. You automatically don't see when he, uses the belt against me. And as soon as he get rid of it to get the 1, 2, 3, boom, you right there to count it. Like, no, I'm sick of this. This is backstage politics. They're all against Drew. Nick, all this. I cannot believe you. I've always liked you. But right now, Adam Pearce is my favorite because, Nick, I don't know what's going on with you. It's like you're so out to get him. And then the altercation in the back, you going back and forth with him and all of what?
No,
he lucky Drew ain't dropping in.
I'm going to say the superstars of this era, they soft. Because ain't no way Stone Cold would have stood for any of this. Everybody would have called a stunner. Everybody would have called a stunner.
Stone Cold, Triple H, The Rock, Undertaker. If you would have tried to suspend any of them, you was finna get your hands laid on you. I will never forget when Vince McMahon won it. It was a match. I'm trying to remember what match it was. I believe it was the Hell in a Cell match. I think that it was. But it was some match that involved Undertaker, Triple H, Rock, and Austin. And Vince didn't want it to go. Through. And they were just like, well, we still wanted to go through, and he was out there trying to plead the case. Each and every single one of them came out. Undertaker, chokeslam. He walking up the ramp. Rock music here. Rock come out. Rock bottom. He walking back up the ramp. Stone Cold music. They back to back to back to back to back. And it's like, why y'all not doing that? Is Randy Orton the only one that got some balls around here enough to touch the general managers? Because it's part of the job. In my eyes, it's part of the job. Like, Triple H had Eric Bischoff shook. So it's like, what is going on? And that's what kills me, because it's like, Hunter, you're a part of both of those eras. Attitude and ruthless aggression. Hell, you're involved in so many of those storylines that the main, concept of it, I would think that he would take that and try to incorporate that in today's wrestling. You were there. You weren't just back. You were there living it. Like, so why are we not getting those type of storylines? Because to be completely honest, the women cooked SmackDown. It was all about the women. The
Oh,
women just
oh,
all about
yes. With between Jade coming out addressing the crowd, now that she
mm-hmm.
is the new women's champion,
Yes.
as she should be, because Tiffany was, I
Yawn.
don't know how to say it nicely. She was no longer worth
She was
watching.
bored. She was Boar's Fest.
There we go.
She was definitely Boar's Fest.
That's the nicest way to say it. So Jade now has her title. She addressed everybody, and she used her catchphrase, "I'm that bitch."
When
She
she
is
said that,
officially
I'm
the
not
heel.
gonna lie, it reminded me. Do you remember Jazz?
Yes.
Jazz used to say that it was when Jazz kind of left, and then she came back for a little bit, and it was like a Jazz is already a heel, but it was a rebranding her as far as her using her voice, because she would come out there and just dominate, but she wouldn't say much. So when Jazz came back, her whole catchphrase is "the bitch is back." She would say that every time. She would just drop these women, get the microphone, say it, throw the mic, and head out. So when she said that, it was like, oh yeah, Jade, I like this. And everyone was saying, hey, she bringing her this AEW Jade. Like, yeah. And this is the Jade that we need. And to be completely honest, they better keep the strap on Jade for a while.
Until
I don't want
Bianca
to see
come
her
back. Until
at
Bianca
least
come back.
at least until WrestleMania. That's a great time. And then it's Bianca versus her at WrestleMania. But if we could get can't get that because she's on Raw. But I would have loved to get a triple threat. I would have loved to see the triple threat
Yeah,
between
she ain't
the
gonna
big three.
she ain't gonna be back in time. Cause I did the
Yeah,
math too. She ain't gonna be back in time.
nah. But Bianca, yeah, yeah, we need that match. Well, could we get it though? Because Bianca's on Raw.
Is she on Raw?
She is. Is she? No, she's not. Naomi's on Raw.
Yeah, Naomi. I
Thought
thought that's
that
who you was talking about.
I thought they switched. No, I was talking about Naomi at first, but I thought they switched Bianca to Raw. But she's still on
No, she was
SmackDown.
only on Raw because she won the opportunity to fight Io. That was it. That's
That's
the only reason
why.
she was on Raw.
Okay,
But she's on
that's what
SmackDown.
threw. Okay, that's what threw me. Okay, well that's perfect. Yeah, let her hold it until WrestleMania, and Bianca has to win the Royal Rumble, and then it goes straight to that. When it gets to that match, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love and adore my EST, I don't know who I want to win. I wouldn't know just because if this is this type of version of Jade, this dominant, I don't know who I want to win. I like this version of her.
Well, I mean, we do got about maybe 6 months, so either it's gonna continue to catch heat or it's gonna die out. And hopefully it don't die out. So
I
we'll
hope
see.
not. I hope not. I really hope that they keep this momentum up with her. And it'll be perfect. And we got the debut of the beautiful Lash Legend.
So
About
we have been talking about how they need to start moving people up.
Yep.
And thank God you finally did something and you put them with the perfect person.
Yes.
You put Lash Legend with Nia Jax.
I knew you was having I knew it. I knew you were. I was like, he over there having a party.
And I was like, yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Dominance, beauty, fine. Just yeah, absolutely yes to all of this.
Just a whole bunch of wonderfulness.
And you beat up Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. You know, I like them, but I don't love them. So
I love them. I've always loved Charlotte. She is just always gonna be the queen to me. Alexa Bliss has always been a fan favorite of mine. So I like them together. But it's the only thing that's throwing me is this newfound friendship between Lash and Nia, only because Lash, didn't Nia whoop your ass like a few weeks back or like a month ago and like whoop you down and throw you through a whole barricade?
Well,
so when I see that, it's just weird. It's giving Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed. Like, I know it's like keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Nia doesn't have a pretty good track record when it comes to friends. But Lash is a very smart woman. But also, I don't want this to be another I'm using Nia Jax moment like Tiffany Stratton did. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see somebody turn on her. Like, I like Nia as a heel, I do, but if we're going to put her with somebody, then let's put her with somebody that's going to stick. Like, don't put it where she's using her like as a come out, where you're just using her and then you turn on it in the end. I don't want to see that. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Lash, I was really hoping that Jakara was there.
Well,
I don't know. I just got a little feeling, and somebody else online said it too, and I just like I got a little twinge, like oh my god. But it was it's great to see that she came up because it's time. It's long overdue, and it's crazy because we just talked about this.
yeah.
Like,
We need
because
to.
remember we talk about
We said Soul needed to come up, but Soul hurt her leg, and hopefully
yeah.
she's back in time because apparently she's supposed to be wrestling in like maybe 2-3 weeks anyway, so she might come back soon, and try to get her
Oh
title back.
shoot!
But if she
Now
don't get
that
that title
Lash is
back,
up,
go ahead and move her up.
if now that Lash is up, we might see Trick too. I already told you I want Trick
I
on
don't know if I
SmackDown.
want him on SmackDown.
But I feel like they would because they like to keep couples together, kind of in a way. Especially if they've been together for a little minute, they like to keep them together. Like, yeah, they do.
They do.
So I believe that that's what they're going to do. And with him being, Carmelo is going to have to go through the whole, this whole thing with the Miz, and then I believe that after that, it'll be something with him and Trick. But yeah, I want to see Trick on SmackDown. I want to see Trick, and I want to see Javon.
If we put, I don't. Yes, but okay. If we have Trick and Carmelo on SmackDown, I don't know what storyline we gonna have them run because are y'all gonna go back into being a feud or y'all gonna be a tag team and try to dominate there or is y'all finna try to go for the uh United States Championship because y'all both have history with Ilya because Trick couldn't be Ilya for a minute until he won the title. And then I want to say the same thing with Carmelo. So, I want to say Ilya won it off Carmelo, which had Carmelo move up to SmackDown. So they have history. So it could play out well, but I don't know if I want them to go head up or tag team or all that stuff. And then I don't know where Javon fits because I need him to be front and center when you move him up. I don't want him to be pushed into the background. I need him front and center because that boy is the future of the WWE. You say everybody? No, him specifically. Just him.
You're right. I at least want to see him. I don't like to call them mid-card titles. I like to call them the stepping stone titles. As far as United States and Intercontinental, those to me are just the next step for the world title. So I would want to see Javon go right into competing, for those championships, holding on to it for a little bit because I can see him as a U.S. champion. I can see him as an Intercontinental champion.
And that's like I think I want him on Raw more than I want him on SmackDown. Even though they've had him consistently be on SmackDown, I think I would rather have him on Raw.
It's crazy just because it's like NXT is a developmental, company that the WWE has. You have all these wonderful superstars, but I think now it has gone from being a developmental company to just another WWE
entity
show with its own brand, its own form of storylines that I get why. And I get why Sean probably like, nah, I'm not ready to let some of these people go yet because they're huge, over here. But at the same time, it's like Raw. Y'all have other superstars. You need to just start utilizing them. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't want to keep seeing the same people. Hopefully, with this tournament that starts tomorrow, it's going to be something shaken up, and we'll see other, superstars showcase their talents. But it's like y'all have the people there, just use them.
Yeah, I saw a post. It was like, here's like all the ages of the people that they're using, and it's like everybody is like old guard. It's like everybody
they're in their 40s,
38 and 40s, and it's like
yes,
all the young people are on NXT and they're hungry and they're doing great, but you won't use them on the main shows because what are you?
Thank you.
They're gonna fail because the ones that you've introduced haven't failed. And if they have failed, it's because either they weren't ready and y'all pushed them too soon, Tiffany, or you didn't know what to do with them, Julia.
Mm-hmm.
So
This is true. That's true. You're 100% right. Because I think about when we had young superstars. John Cena started off early 20s. Randy Orton, the youngest world champion in WWE history at 24 years old. You have young people, but but now I have to think about
but I will say
what
that
was
does give
going
me
on with Randy. They said even though he was great in the ring, he wasn't ready because it's
oh yeah,
so much
behind the scenes,
responsibility
yeah,
that
no,
comes with the behind the scenes.
he was
He's still a little
at all.
childish. Yeah, very immature. But then you got all this money, you're on top of the world, so you figure, can't nobody tell me nothing. And to know this dude was off the hinges. Like, I think it was the Miz, but I think it was Santino Marella that said that they were somewhere and he ripped the urinal off the wall just cause he said, I bet you I could rip it off the wall. Why would you want to? And he just did it. And it was like,
that frontal lobe wasn't
do
ready
you
yet.
know how insane that
That
is?
frontal
Like,
lobe wasn't developed.
I bet
That
you I could
impulse
rip.
control wasn't there.
Why?
This
Why? And he just
why,
did
this
it.
is why I don't take people who are under the age of 26. I don't take none of their opinions seriously because your brain ain't fully developed. You have no
That's true.
impulse control, and if you have impulse control, it's not fully there.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
why would you rip the urinal off a wall?
Just cause. Like, what was the urinal doing?
Like, yeah, you can, but should you?
That part. And it was like he didn't get in trouble for it. So it was that whole thing. It's like if you put them at the head of the company and they're at these, positions of power and they feel like can't nobody tell me nothing because you need me and I'm the face of this big company, then yeah. So I get why they're probably a little more cautious.
Yeah, I get that, especially with social media.
Because it's more now.
Even Javon, when he had that back and forth with Ricochet, when Ricochet was over in AEW as he is now, and Javon was talking about Tony Khan and him and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, somebody get him. You're 21. Yeah. I get it. You think that this is what it is. You have an image to maintain. You're young and black and talented. They are looking for a reason.
Mm-hmm. And
so
you can't
get it together.
You can't let. Yeah, because it's like, for one, you're speaking on a whole other company. You shouldn't even be doing that in the first place. Two,
talk to them if it's
No. I'm talking about and mentioning it as far as bashing.
Yeah,
because you're doing that, and it's kind of like WWE, because it is a publicly traded company. It's like we're not trying to get nobody trying to sue us at all. You can't look at the wrestlers going back and forth. No, the higher up be on some petty stuff. So it's like, no, we ain't trying to play them games at all. And like you said, you got a reputation and an image to maintain. So especially being in this huge company, so it's like, yeah, I get it. I get why they're taking their time, because it's so much more than your in-ring ability. You have to be able to public speak. You have to be able to have impulse control. You have to be able not to argue with fans online and going back and forth and out partying and drinking and getting DUIs. And it's a lot. But to be honest, it's not a lot, because it's like y'all grown. And as soon as I sign that contract and I'm seeing all them zeros, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that does not go away. Thank you. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure it don't go away, because I know what it's like to not have it.
But that also depends on how you was brought up, because you have that mentality because of how you was brought up. I would have that mentality because of how I'm brought up. I know that if I do anything to mess this up, I got a whole bunch of stuff to be accountable for, not only to not only to who or whatever I messed up, but to God, to my mother, and I don't want to be accountable to neither one of them. Yeah. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I don't mess this up. But some people don't have it like that, have that mentality.
Speaking of having a mentality, which I don't want to bash him, I just want to bring it up because I just thought it'd be funny. Ridge Holland.
I don't even know what's going on with
having impulse control.
I don't even know if it's impulse control. I know he's just sad or upset that he's not getting paid what he feels like he should be getting paid.
It's not only that. It's kind of like I feel bad for him in the sense of, all right, it happened, stop bringing it up, and just trying to make him feel bad about what happened. I can only imagine how the wrestler feels knowing that a move that you did that was an accident
No, they
cost this
bringing that up
person.
too.
Oh, they keep bringing that up. He just made a
I thought they
statement
was just
about it.
talking about the fact that he ain't making money. They
Oh no,
bringing
it's
up
not.
old
So
stuff.
it's not even that. They're bringing up that Big E situation, and
They
it's
bringing that
like
up. He knows what he
stop bringing.
did.
Thank you, but that's what he said, and he was like every time like just waking up and just seeing it, people keep bringing it up and throwing it in his face, and it's like he said, Big E forgave me. It was an accident. He was a friend of mine. He said if I could take everything back, take that day back, take all of that back, I would, but I can't. And it's
And
like
then
stuff happens.
and
Like
then it's like there have been other people that have done moves where it's messed up somebody.
Owen
Granted,
Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, he
well,
broke his neck.
Owen Hart is a whole different beast. Oh, Owen Hart and Steve Austin. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the.
No,
Okay,
not that.
but
That tragic. But him doing that move on him and Steve
yeah,
was too low between his knees and broke his neck. Now in that
Samoa
situation,
Joe and Tyson
Owen didn't
Kidd.
even apologize to Steve. Did you know that? He didn't even
Yeah,
apologize then. Steve just chopped it up. It was like, okay, they look at it as part of the job. It's part of the gig. Sometimes you
right.
get injuries or whatever. But it's like this man has publicly apologized, privately apologized.
And
He
then
feels horrible about it. Stop bringing that up.
Paige and Sasha Banks,
Yes.
Tyson Kidd and Samoa Joe. Like y'all don't bring up that at all, but y'all will
He
continuously bring up
he
his.
damn near killed that man. Like Tyson wouldn't have been here, thank God. But it's like that's crazy. And let's not forget the infamous, even though he brings it up every chance he gets, Goldberg, Bret Hart. He swears up
Yeah,
and down that
yeah.
Goldberg ended his career with that kick.
If
Um,
see, that's the see. I feel
that's
differently. I
debatable.
feel differently about that. Maybe because I am a big Bret Hart fan. I feel differently about that because and even the people that I've talked to that are wrestlers that wrestle, they're like Goldberg can't wrestle. So I'm like, you probably shouldn't have had him in there to begin with.
But
So
I believe that. I believe that. And you know what's crazy is that Goldberg said the same thing. That he's like, I was this big dude. They said, hey, we're gonna do this. He said, but no one showed me as far as like the ropes. It was like, cool, you do this, you do that. These two big moves. It was like they mostly looked at it, this larger than life character. He can hit this spear like no one else can. Yeah, but he should have got the proper training on how to take care of your opponent.
yeah,
And that's where they lacked that. Now, when he got to WWE, his matches were longer because his matches weren't long in WCW. They were like 2 minutes
yeah,
because he was a beast. He wasn't supposed to be in there to fight. It was like, I'm coming in to destroy and leave. But when he got to WWE, that's when he started to get a little more, okay. That's when it was realized that, all right, he don't know how to wrestle. So now we have to work because we're wrestlers. Like, so yeah, I get that whole thing. I like to laugh at it because I'm like, Brett, really? Did he really enter a career? Even though I did see the kick and it was pretty hard.
yeah,
But yeah, sad time. But yeah, it's that's a part of the game. Stuff happens, injuries happen, but to keep bringing it up and putting the blame on him for it, I mean, I'm glad that Big E is alive. Let's talk
yeah.
about that. He's alive. He's still able to work. He's still able to make money. He's still part of the WWE. Um,
And with any luck, he can get back in at some point.
I mean, nothing is impossible. Edge did it.
Because
Edge was
between
supposed to be able to wrestle ever again, and he did it.
Edge,
So,
Edge, I want to say, who else came back from? I can't think of nobody, but I'm thinking about Chris Bay, who was in not NXT, TNA, had a horrific uh neck injury and was
mhm,
paralyzed from literally the neck down. But now,
mhm.
after a year after it happened, he's back to lifting weights. They said he would never walk again. He's walking, he's lifting weights, all that stuff. So yeah, it's possible that he can get back in. Hopefully he does.
I say God has the final say so. Miracles happen every day. You never know. I look at the fact that Big E not wrestling, but Big E being on commentary, being able to, do different things in WWE, expanded his career to parts that he probably never thought he would be able to do because he was a silly guy. I didn't really, I didn't pay attention to much of his promos. I can't tell you an iconic Big E promo,
The
but I
only
can tell
thing
you this. when I see Big E on these panels of the pre-shows and the post-shows and all of that, I love hearing him when he talks and he speaks highly. I love his segments that he has. So it's like you you have to look at it like it was a blessing in disguise. He was able to take his career to another level and he's been thriving and doing so. They didn't let him go. They didn't do none of that. And I'm not gonna lie, I really feel like with Ridge, it should have it they could have did him better. Because I'm not going to say I didn't like him when he was with Sheamus. I didn't like him when he was, with the Brawling Brutes. I did, but they could have handled him better because he seemed like a decent dude. He was a decent guy. Like, yeah, they're paying for his injuries and everything like that, but for him to be not to be getting paid is crazy to me. I don't know. I have to read into it and dig some research to see the full story of what's going on, but from what I've seen, it just doesn't seem kind of fair.
Nope.
Yeah.
But you know what does seem fair? Chelsea Green getting her goddamn title back.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot it was for the championship. I'm in the kitchen and I'm watching it, and I see that she pinned her. I don't care. She used the rope. She pinned her, and I was like, wait, this for the title. This for the title. And I see them grab the title, and I'm in my kitchen. Hell, fuck yeah! I set up the store, acting a fool. That the president is back.
Where she should have never left.
She should have never left. She should have never left. She is now a double champion along with her partner, Ethan Page. Love to see it. I'm glad that he was there to witness it too.
He needs to come up. He needs to come up. What are we doing?
Yeah, he does. He does. He's too good. He's too good. Like, he does.
Everybody that's over the age of 30 and they in NXT, bring them up. Because they literally have been wrestling forever. Y'all just got them in NXT to teach them how to do WWE type wrestling. But though they've been in, him and Ricky Starks have been in AEW. They know how this works.
I think anybody that's been in NXT for over two years needs to be coming up. Like, they already made, I feel like NXT is good because it's where you make your name for yourself. Ethan Page has already done that. He's won multiple championships. Ricky Starks, everyone knows who he is already. Like,
bring him up. Like, y'all made Jade skip the line, and she needed to be there for a minute.
Facts. I believe that she did too. But I believe that they looked at it like, man, because she was the hottest free agent, sending her to NXT just didn't make sense to them, especially coming off her long title run at the time, being the TBS champion, even though Mercedes Moné has now surpassed that. But at the time, her coming off of a hot run in AEW and being one of the hottest free agents, they weren't going to send her there. Especially because of the talks. Like, not the year she came to the Royal Rumble. It was the year before. And it was a post. And it was so much comparison between her and Bianca. It's an outfit that they wore. It was the exact outfit that they wore. And it was side by side. And it was like, these two women in the ring together would be magic. And I was obsessed with Jay. Like, man, I need to bring her over. So when she finally came, I knew that they were like, okay, we can work with her, but we ain't trying to put her there yet. She needs to be on the main stage, because I knew they was trying to, have somebody next to Bianca's level, and her physique is just out of this world. But yeah, they need to bring more people up, and Ethan Page is one of them. And my girl Jada. But they cannot bring Jada up until Jada gets her championship. Stop playing with her.
Give her something.
The belt on her. Like, I don't get it.
Like, what game are we playing?
She should have been an NXT Women's Champion by now. Hell, she should have had any type of title. North American.
She should have. Kaylani is the TNA.
She should have had Kaylani's position when Kaylani was the North American champion.
Yeah.
She should have been in that. Like, why do they keep playing with her? But I'm not gonna lie.
What about Jada are we missing? Like, she can talk. She can
talk.
She got the move set and everything. She got the ability. So what are we missing?
She could use a variety of moves, I believe, in the ring.
True, and
she could have a
finish.
More. Yes, that's the only thing, because she has the muscle, she has the power, but it's like just doing a different variety of moves because of her size, being able to pick these little bitches up and just fling them, holding them like what do they call it, military pressing them. Like I need to see more of that showing off her power. Because like you said, she got the look, she got the mic skills, she's good in the ring, but I just want to see
she power based. I think she most striking based. So
she got some strength. She got some strength as far as power go. Like when I would see how she knock girls that like that is what I mean. Like, oh, she got some powerful moves.
She ain't Lash. She ain't Jade.
No, not that. But she has her moments. So it's kind of like I can say she has, like I can say with
who? Okay, make somebody that you can compare her to so that so that I can get it.
Man or woman?
Man.
Cody.
Okay, but see, Cody. Okay, Cody is a variety, like you said, a variety. So okay, yeah, I can.
Where it's some moves in there that I ain't gonna lie that Cody brought out in the match, the second match of SummerSlam with him and John, that I didn't see before. It's kind of like, okay, you got something else in your arsenal. I need to be able to see that with Jada.
So she needs more,
where it's like whoever I'm in the ring with. If I'm in the ring with somebody big and powerful like Lash, okay, you might dish it, but I'm be able to take it, and I'm gonna dish you something that you ain't never seen from me. I'm gonna dish it back. Like this is not an everyday thing for me, but it's kind of like I can bring it if it needs to be brought. So I need to be able to see just a variety of stuff with her. And if they're gonna keep her as a striker because of her attitude, the way she talk on the mic, her interest, when she always my time talking in that camera, then she needs to strike, and don't stop. It needs to be that, like an unhinged Jada, like let her off the leash, and it's like she just going crazy. I want to see that type, like yeah, she just going nuts, because Jada Parker looks like a woman who you be like, oh, kind of like the persona I said I want to have, where it's like, yeah, I know I'm supposed to be a wrestler, but I'm more so gonna beat your ass than wrestle you. I'm just gonna beat you down. It needs to be, because that's the type of attitude that she comes with. So it's like, yeah, if she's gonna be a striker, have her keep striking and she don't let up. Like, stop all the pausing. I don't want to see a lot of that pausing from her. Like, no, she needs to be a force.
Okay, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else can we talk about.
Raw didn't really do too much. I mean, I'm really trying to even remember.
Raw was the thing you was maddest about this week, other than Drew.
Was it? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Now I remember that it was ridiculous.
Because Logan Paul is now part of the Visionaire or the Vision, and I personally don't hate it. I was like, when he came out, I was like, don't turn this man babyface, because even if you turn him babyface, I'm not gonna root for him because I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't care. He can be Cody levels of babyface. He can be John Cena levels of babyface, and I'm not gonna like him. I'm going to boo him. But him coming out, having the brass knuckles, looking like he's about to help CM Punk, and then he drops him, and then hands the brass knuckles over to Paul Heyman like, my services are yours. I'll take it. I will take it. Absolutely.
Do you know? Okay. Everyone knows what you know. I love me some Logan Paul. Like, I do. I love him. I ain't gonna lie. I missed him because I'm just like, where my boy at? Because I'm not seeing the arrogance. I want to sing the song, Humble. Yeah, because, yeah, where he at? So, when he made his return, I was very, very excited. The only thing that's throwing me off about this Paul Heyman hookup, where's this coming from? Didn't they just treat you and then Braun pushed you down like a little bitch and then you kind of took it? I'm not aligning myself with y'all because Logan is the type that I love about him. After y'all, I don't need no group. I don't need y'all. It's that. And my thing is, if the talks were supposed to be to bring in Austin Theory, where is he?
Still
injured? It's kind of like, what is happening? He's still injured. Gone. Is he?
Yeah, that's why he's gone.
So that shouldn't have even been in talks then. Like, that was the rumors that was going around, that Austin Theory was supposed to be a part of this newfound evolution, because that's what they're trying to pin this on as, like, sad to be the Triple H of the era. Then you got your two
I feel like they're
Muscle bound
scrambling. They're
lackeys
scrambling
have.
because this was not supposed to be the plan. Seth was supposed to be here, but Seth hurt his shoulder. And I want to
Yeah.
say that Seth hurt his shoulder doing that coast to coast, because why the hell would you do that? But
He did hurt, but that is when he hurt it.
okay,
We know that.
what the hell did you do it for? Like, I know you didn't plan on getting hurt, but nobody has ever done that, and I get it. Nobody's ever done it, and I'm gonna do it. Some stuff you don't do
Well,
when you know that you're fragile.
I think he was trying to. The only person that I see that can pull off and perfect that's a word, I don't know, coast to coast was Shane McMahon. The first time I ever seen it against Vince McMahon, I believe it was WrestleMania 17, if I'm not mistaken. And he hit it on Vince with the trash can, and he hit it on Vince again at some point. I think he hit it on the Undertaker. But I know that Shane McMahon is the only person I've seen do that. So when he did it, I was like, oh, he finna hit a Shane coast to coast. And I don't see his feet go out. I see him dive. What? I said, oh, that's new. But then when I see him get up, I said, oh, hell, he didn't mess his shoulder up. But I'll give it to Seth. I'll give it to Seth. Because you literally continued that match with one arm.
It was innovative. I will give him that. But
he on
now.
Triple H's level of pain and like dealing with an injury mid-match and still going on with it. Because me,
he tough for sure. I'll give him that.
Put the X up. I'm done.
Get me out of here, please.
Get me out of here. Man, to continue that match.
Roll me up.
Something. Bring the ref down here so I can talk to the mic in the ear. Since you don't want to, I'll tell Triple H myself. I can't do it. I can't. Get someone else to do it. But yeah, that was definitely unexpected, out of nowhere. And for it to be one of your main players, for it to be one of your top champions and the face of Monday Night Raw. Okay. So, yeah, and then not saying that no one else can be there because CM Punk being the champion. It's the fact that CM Punk is supposed to be in a rival with Seth. Like CM Punk said, before the year is over, I'm going to beat Seth for the title. That should have been the case. And then they go into finally their feud, both of them healthy, going at it, no interference or anybody, just outside, all the extra. And now I feel like they're just kind of all over the place. Like you got Jey Uso, now he's saying that he gonna be there and help CM Punk. I'm sorry, but I just see it happening sometimes.
He's gonna kick him in the face.
Betrayal. But then again, when Raw went off the air, I said, they ain't gonna do it because he was too helpful to him. He helping him up in the air.
If they don't do it, why tease it? Why would you tease it and you're not gonna do it? And then
why would they tease Randy Orton continuing to look at Cody's championship and we ain't seen Randy and I don't know how long? If you think about it, they've been teasing Randy continuously eyeing Cody championship every time he's around Cody, from being in the ring. This was in the summertime, from being backstage and the title hanging up and I got your back and blah blah. It's been months and they ain't shown nothing between them. Randy?
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. And I'm great with dates. I can't even remember, but I know I'm like, because I'm thinking about the pay-per-views that happened. Randy was not a part of that.
John Cena and him was St. Louis Backlash. That was May.
That was in May.
Did they have something in? Didn't him and Drew fight recently, like SummerSlam or after SummerSlam?
I believe
before SummerSlam.
Did he even have a match at SummerSlam?
Not that
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Randy in a minute, and then we was all waiting for Randy to turn back into 09 Randy and kick people in the face.
And that's what it was anticipating. After the Kevin Owens thing, after the Kevin Owens, we were like, okay, he's coming back. And they kept stopping him, and it's like, okay, now we ain't
every time. That's the other thing. I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off, but every goddamn time we finna get something, somebody get injured. We finna get 09 Randy back. Kevin Owens gets injured. Okay, and
that was our WrestleMania match, and we couldn't even have it.
Then we supposed to get the whole new Bloodline MFT type thing. Tama Tonga get injured.
Jacob got injured.
Everything gets injured, and then it's just Solo and him for a minute, and then Jacob goes and gets his own thing, and then now Seth gets injured when we supposed to have him and CM Punk. And every damn time something's gonna happen, somebody get injured.
You know why? Because you said it earlier. You got all of these 38 to 40 something year old wrestlers in the ring that's been wrestling for like 15 to 20 years already prior. And of course, they're getting injured because now y'all got them like back to back, week after week, always no downtime. Like you have other superstars, younger guys that should be out there fighting. Like I don't get it. Like Roman was smart. They can say whatever they want to say about my tribal chief, but Roman was smart. Roman didn't show up every week. He didn't wrestle all the time. He's smart. He's
Yeah, because after a certain time, I ain't got to. I'm already the most dominant champion ever. So at a certain point, y'all done see me whoop everybody's ass. I'm finna go take a break.
and he did all that already during his big dog era, fought every week, always doing stuff. But now that he's older and now, your body is not the same anymore. Yeah, he's in shape. He looks great. But Roman could come out there and hit a wonderful promo and he ain't got to fight. So it's like he played it smart, which is why he was able to be the champ as long as he did, because you have to take care of your health. You have to. Anything, any minor thing can happen. Seth did not anticipate that happening to him. Nope. CM Punk didn't anticipate what happened to him at the Royal.
His shoulder separated, or something with his trapezoid.
Yeah, it's his shoulder. His shoulder is separated. So it's like nobody anticipates on injury, but it's the fact that we have our top people getting injured, and it's not even just the kids, even women too. Liv Morgan is out, Bianca Belair is out, Rhea Ripley is out. It's like, what is happening?
Hold on. What happened to Rhea now? What are you talking about before?
Rhea's nose is broken.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, she out.
Yeah,
Liv
so like
not returning. Liv is not returning until next year. Bianca's probably not returning. She's in rehab.
Yeah.
But I get it. That's your hand. So you have to make sure that your finger that I'm good. I have to use my hands to fight. So it's like I got to make sure that no slip ups, nothing happens. Right. So it's just too much. And then we got Naomi out, and that's just that's due to pregnancy. But it's still, you have a lot of top people
and
out.
That should be your wake up call, saying, hey, all the young people that we got that can kind of bounce back from that, let's go ahead and bring them up, because they can bounce back from things. Sol Ruka hurt her leg and she's gonna be back in 3 weeks. And I'm not laughing but like, look at it. It's like she hurt her leg and she's out for a month. Seth hurt. Come on.
You're not lying though, and you're not. When you really break it down and you think about it, when a child breaks their arm or they break a bone, it's easy for their bones to mend if there's some heal quicker. Versus if I were to break my leg, it's going to take more time. So that's a scientific fact that when you're younger, your bones, you can recover a lot faster than when you're older. And they're not old, they're just older. They're just in their 40s. Of course y'all can still wrestle, but you got to be more cautious. You got to learn how to play it. And it's
and one thing I've heard all wrestlers say is you have a bump card and you got to know when to use that. Like, you can't just do crazy stuff all the time. You got to learn how to space out the crazy bumps you take.
You can't be out here thinking this is a totally different era. This is no. I'm not going to.
None of that was safe. Guys, I know what you finna say. None of that was safe.
During Attitude Era?
Yeah. None of the stuff they did was safe.
And they were fighting. This is wild, but they were fighting and they were injured. Triple H has said many times, and Undertaker attested to this, that he literally had broken ribs and they taped a phone book to his ribs and put his clothes over it. He went out there to go wrestle. That's not safe. Your ribs are broken. So I respect that now in the WWE, they really take care of those superstars that get injured and make sure that they're 100% ready and cleared to come back. But I know that it takes a huge toll, because I think about what happened with Charlotte Flair. She was out for 2 years. I think about how that weighs on them mentally. Like, yeah, I'm a huge star, but the show goes on. And when you're coming back, it's like, are they still going to love me? Are they still going to feel this way? Triple H said that because when he left, he was a heel. But then when he came back after 8 months, it's like, man, like how they gonna receive me? So it's a lot. It's a lot. I pray for all of them, and I really hope that they have speedy recoveries. 2026 better be one hell of a year for wrestling.
Oh,
And I believe that it will be because we're coming off of one of the biggest retirements in history, John Cena. That's going to happen next month on the 13th. We're coming off of that. So coming into the new year and the rest of 2026, they need to have banger after banger after banger because we deserve it. And it's like with all these superstars coming back, we need to get it. And I really believe that Liv will be one of the first to come back because you're starting to see more Dom and Roxy
a
interactions.
lot more. And
Which,
then we just
yeah,
saw Liv at the NXT in Netflix, the Netflix premiere for Stranger
she
Things.
looks beautiful.
Gorgeous. I was like,
So beautiful.
Olivia,
Yes.
okay, all right. But yeah, so she definitely coming back, especially because they stopped playing up Roxanne and Dom for a minute. Like it seemed like they was just there, but now all of a sudden they playing it back up to where they have some sort of connection. So yeah, she
I
definitely
like
on her
that.
way back.
But I think that they were doing it because you had to solidify. People had to get used to Roxanne being in the Judgment Day, as well as liking her in the Judgment Day, not looking at her as a Liv replacement, but her making her own mark,
Yeah,
and then her having a relationship with Raquel because it's like, well, that's Liv's partner. The rest of the group has to accept you. The guys didn't care too much, but Raquel has to be willing and accepting of you because they're going to do something big with this feud. Raquel needs to be a good friend of hers, where it's like Liv comes back and it's like, hold on, y'all got y'all own this, that, you my bestie. What's happening here? So they had to build that up more. But now I see they're bringing back, they got Liv's picture in the background. They got all of this. So, oh yeah, she's coming
what
back
if
soon.
what if Raquel, because she's supposed to go up against Stephanie for this title.
Yes,
What if at some point Raquel gets that title?
bro. You
And
are, when they announced that she was going against Stephanie for the title come tomorrow, that's the first thing popped in my head. What if Raquel wins? Liv probably gonna throw a gasket. She may act like she cool at first, but it's the fact that Liv was the women's. Liv feel like that's my title. Me and you tag team champions, but that world title, that's mine. And if she takes it, because you're right. At first, if it was like, oh, if Roxy take it, no. If Raquel take it, and Liv is coming back to a whole new Judgment Day, a whole new Judgment Day.
because at this point they ain't even together. Nobody is together. Dom is at odds with JD and Finn. He got the
Dom
girls,
doing his own
sure.
thing. Dom is with the Americanos
Right,
and the
he's with
girl.
the Americanos,
He
but
with the
he is cool
Americanos.
with the girls, but he's more cool with Roxanne than he is Raquel. So yeah, the whole dynamic done shifted.
I think he's still cool. He's still cool with Raquel because he did wear her T-shirt last week. So he's starting to do that too. He's starting to wear like Raquel shirt. So it's kind of like it's them three. It's like they got their own little family dynamic going on. And like, Liv, you
And
gotta come. You finna come back to
and another thing
some
that we didn't
shenanigans.
say, Dom went and got that title on his own. So it's like, yeah, she coming back to a whole dynamic now that done shifted.
Yeah, this
Like
a whole new
like yeah, before you helped me get stuff, but now I'm the man. I went and got this on my own, and I'm winning on my own, even though I'm
on my
cheating.
own. But he's winning on his own. It's not like how it was when Rhea Ripley wasn't around and you saw a difference in Dom would lose because Rhea wasn't there. But now Dom is literally coming into his own man, which kudos to Dom. I love to see it. But he's coming into being his own man. And I ain't gonna lie, Dom's segment with Ray on Raw was perfect. I was so hyped to see Ray because he was injured. So I'm so glad to see that he's back. But that whole segment was amazing. Like I screamed when I heard Ray because I missed him too, and I'm like, dang, what's going on with Ray? So for Ray to be there and their whole like segment they had in the ring was hilarious. Him
Whoop
saying
his
that he's
ass!
not the
Whoop
greatest
his ass!
luchador. Yeah, I'm glad at the fact they didn't mute anything. Thank
Bro,
you.
even
Keep
the
it
even
that
the
way.
who was they cussing out beforehand? They was cussing somebody out. I want to say it
They
was
was
Logan.
somebody, but they were saying the F word.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, keep it, stop bleeping stuff. So, but what the kicker when Ray brought up all the different luchadors that Dom think he's greater than, and he mentioned Eddie Guerrero, and Dom turned to look at him and said, "You keep my father's name out of your mouth." I lost my mind. It was like, bro, Dom Mysterio is my favorite person in the world. Like, he stays in character, and you can't tell me Ray didn't want to crack up. That I'm just like, bro, looking at him and he's saying it, you look like Eddie. So I ain't even that. He looks like him. So
Like
it's like he
even
said,
you
you keep
you
my
you
father's
didn't question
name.
it at all. You was just like, okay.
Everybody, I'm looking at the crowd because I love to pay attention to the crowd when they say stuff, and they're cracking up laughing. Everybody clapping. Like, yeah, that's Eddie's son. That's Eddie's son. He ain't lying because Ray, he ain't your son. He ain't been your son in a minute. And I know that he can call himself, the greatest Mysterio, but that's Eddie's son. And for Dom to point out that Ray want to be just like him, he's talking about, so you already stole my mustache. Bro, shut up. Shut up, Dom. And then I'm looking at Ray like, Ray, shake that shit off. Nobody want to see that.
And
I ain't
then
never
you got a
seen you.
mask on. What the hell you got a mustache for?
Why?
I know you take
Why?
it off, but still.
So I know you take it off, and your wife probably like, Ray, I'm tired of the baby face. Just let your hair grow. You're a grown man. Now, wifey. Now, Angie. Because I know her, Angie. Stop it. Because he needs to shave. Okay? I don't want to see no. He look old. He literally looks like an old version of Rey Mysterio. I don't want to see no beard on Rey Mysterio.
He is
That's like
old.
seeing a beard. That's like seeing a beard on Spider-Man when he lifts his mask up halfway. Hey,
Yeah,
hey, get him out of here.
fair enough.
Get him out of here. That's weird. So it's like, Ray, please shave. I hope that segment really made Ray rethink some things. Oh, that Dominic Mysterio is hilarious. Oh, that was just great. And to know that Ray ain't missed a step, he's so fast. That man was quick on his feet to hit him with that 619. I'm like, Ray, for you to be the age that you are, you still light on your feet. But I love the fact that you can't tell me that Dominic hasn't been training over the years with Ray. Even when Dominic was in the company, I started to see a difference in his in-ring ability. When he's in there with somebody like a vet that can push him, Dom is greater. I
Yeah,
saw that at their first match at WrestleMania when they finally fought each other, and I saw, well, Ray is fast. You have to be able to keep up with him in order to have a good match. You can't be slow with it. So him moving fast with his dad, it was like, oh yeah. So I said that's what Dom needs. He needs to be in there with people that's before him and can push him to be greater. So now that's why the level that I see Dom at right now in his career, he definitely, kudos to Ray for a lot of that. Because Dom's matches before, when Rhea used to just help
oh
him and he
no.
would just get beat up, it was like, no. But when I seen that first match with him and Ray, yeah, that definitely pushed him. And I'm glad that, that's the state that he's at uh, right now. But Ray kicked it off. Well, ended it when he told him, as long as I'm here and as long as I'm breathing, you will never be the greatest Mysterio.
And you know that's leading to
I
a
said,
retirement match. You know what that's leading to. You know it's
retirement match,
leading to that.
yes. And even though I love Dom, I love him 100%. But I'm like, he had a point because greatest Mysterio is crazy. Everybody already know without a doubt who the greatest luchador of all time
You,
is. Rey
you're
Mysterio,
not
no question.
you're not better than him.
You're
And
not you're not you're
and
not
you
better
have
than him.
potential to be. You still got some
You
years,
do
but
because you are
you
so
ain't.
young. But your daddy had a whole lot of accolades at your age, like all over. He's been a multiple time world
I
champion,
don't know how old he was when he started WWE, but like going back to that when he started,
right?
however old he was then
Ray was like 19.
when he
He was
started
like
WWE.
19 in WWE. No, in wrestling, yes.
Oh, wrestling,
When
yeah,
he
but I'm saying
started,
WWE because that's
oh
what
WWE,
that's
he
my.
was he was in his he was like maybe 24. He was like in his mid 20s. I
Oh yeah,
say
so Dom
mid to
got
late
some
20s.
time. He got some time. Dom
He got
got a
he
let's talk about Dom. Dom got some things going for him. He got the height. He got the speed. You got the luchador. You basically got a manual for luchador in your house. So however you want to play that, but then you have the ability to probably bulk up at some point to get some muscle on you because you got the speed and the agility, but you just need to
Mm-hmm.
muscle up if you gonna muscle up. He has all of the things that he can do to be
Mm-hmm.
better than Rey Mysterio. So he has it. He
Yeah,
just got to use it
that's
or
it.
get there.
Hey, that's all he needs to do. That's all he needs to do. But until then, I'm sorry, Dirty Dom. I love you forever. But you're not the greatest luchador of all time. That belongs to your dad. And until your daddy is retired or put in the dirt, that will always belong to your dad. Cause the first time I ever seen Rey Mysterio, I lost my mind. Like my brothers and I were obsessed with him. It was like, how is this little dude doing all this stuff with these big dudes? When I see him have a match against Brock Lesnar, and I'm like, how can he match up? Well, he's quicker than him. So if you're quicker, you got to be able to catch me. And I'm like, this dude is fast and jumping and flipping. And yeah, no,
And
sorry, no.
and that's how I got into wrestling again. Because I know I said I started when I the summer before high school started, but technically I
Mm-hmm.
started a year before that because my aunt had passed, and
Mm-hmm.
all the family come together, and my cousin Tyron had a PSP, and he had Smackdown versus Raw 2007. And he was like, here. I was like, okay. So I started playing it, and I picked Rey Mysterio because he looks the coolest. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what's this? And then I started playing with him, and he's doing Hurricane Rounders and flipping. I'm like, who is this?
Uh-huh.
And then I never played it again, so I just forgot. But yeah, Ray was my introduction back into wrestling. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Ray was definitely that dude. Like we had these big, my dad brought my brothers like these big action figures. We still have them somewhere. Ain't never been opened. But we had Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio. And he was just something different than what we were used to seeing. We've seen other, I guess, luchadors and fighters, but never no one in a mask. Like we've seen Eddie Guerrero, we've seen other people who's fought alongside luchadors like Dean Malenko. Um, forget who was that? Was it Ultimo Dragon? Ultimo Dragon. I started watching him after Rey Mysterio made his debut. So Rey Mysterio was like so unique and different for us because even in the WCW era when he was wrestling, he was unmasked. So he wasn't even masked with Mysterio. He was a different type of dude. Like, so when he came over and I never forget who's that jumping out the sky, REY. I was like, okay, who this guy? I like him. And they told me 619, and I'm writing 619 all over my notebooks. Like, I'm from Cali and I'm not. But I loved him so bad. And when he won the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania against Randy Orton and Kurt Angle, that was such an emotional night and match because Ray was looked at as the underdog, and no one saw you in the ring with Kurt Angle and Randy Orton. You're not going to beat them, but he did. He won the Royal Rumble that year, and then he beat both of them at WrestleMania, and it was like, dang, like dreams do come true, and it was really cool to see that because I didn't think they would allow him to have the title because of his size, but it's like, man, that man got a big heart and he's determined, and I think that's what fans cared about the most.
yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I feel we talked about everything we needed to talk about because anything
Mm-hmm.
else we talk about would only irritate my soul. Um,
Oh, and Charlotte had a nip slip.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, she did.
yeah, yeah. I liked it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I was like, oh
it's
wow.
like all
But
of them who can't feel it, just normally just have them pop out. Um,
guess who else had one that night that we didn't even know? Zelina.
Now that one I might have been never. You know what? Never mind. Nope. Went to church today. Went to church today. Not even finna get into it. Uh, so with that being said, this has been Lights, Camera, Wrestling. I have been Oz the Alchemist.
And it's your girl Lola Love.
And you can find us Instagram, TikTok, obviously here on YouTube because we on YouTube, Threads. I think that's all the places. So follow
Yeah.
us, LCW Pod, Lights Camera Wrestling on some of the stuff, but it should be LCW Pod on most things.
Yes. Definitely for sure. Stay tuned. If Raw don't piss me off, we could have a good show. But if something ticks me, stay tuned because I'm gonna be having another rant if something pissed me off. But hopefully
Hopefully
it
they
just
get it
makes
together.
sense. Hopefully they get it together and makes sense with the whole Logan Paul, this whole situation evolving around the World Heavyweight Championship, Jey Uso, CM Punk, everything, because my brain is running ragged. Like, where does Jimmy fall into this? It's so much. Where's the tribal chief? That's all I care about. Bring them back. That's it. Restore order. That's all I got to say.
That's all she got to say. That's all I got to say. We'll see y'all later.